Good morning. So, I want to talk a little bit about pressure, about removing pressure from the equation. Um, and this is something that's come up in me. It's something that I've had past realizations in before, but you can feel pressure starting to build. And when you start feeling pressure to build, first of all, your action is hindered. It hinders when you start feeling pressure. Then you don't know where to put yourself, and it just adds to whatever needs to be done. Right? If something is important enough to do, and important enough to get time in your life, then you should be able to do it without the added pressure. The pressure doesn't it doesn't add to it. Now, the pressure does serve a purpose. Let's say if I am out in nature and a lion comes up and all of a sudden I feel pressure to get out of the situation, then it has come to serve me. There is purpose in pressure. But the immense amount of pressure that we feel now is in self-inflicted pressure, right? Because if I'm working on my work and I have to get it out, right? I feel this pressure. I have to get it out. I have to get it out. So I'm trying to do it. See, I'm going to be having to do it in any case. So why have why have that added pressure that also doesn't only make me feel that tense mode, it also makes me make mistakes because I'm trying to do something faster than it wants to be, faster than it can be done in on the one timeline with the amount of effort and energy added to it, right? So it's it starts hindering because we instead of doing things very meticulous and all the way in depth, we start because we feel that added pressure, we like get into this pressure cooker, and the decisions that we make, or we start losing our conscious decision making. We stay our every action that we're doing is tainted with this added pressure. Now, not only does it make us feel pressure, and then our life experience as we are doing this thing is tainted by the pressure, right? Because when we're under pressure, it doesn't always feel nice. It feels very tense. Our body tenses up. Our actions are very tense and tight when we're under pressure. And regardless if we feel the pressure or don't feel the pressure, we're going to have to do the deed. And the deed is going to get done in the time that it takes. And if it is important enough to be in our timeline, then it is important enough to get the attention that it needs to be able to do it properly. And whether I feel the tension or don't feel the tension, it's going to take the time that it takes to complete. And whether I feel that the pressure or don't feel the pressure, it's going to get done when it gets done. So when I begin the task, what I've done in the past, and I started feeling pressure starting to rise again because I need to get this package off, and it's been a few days and I've been sitting on it, and it's taking longer than I expected. And I start feeling pressure because I have all these other projects that are built up, and I'm doing this Bethlehem thing, and you can feel the pressure. And then I don't know where to put myself, and then I don't, and then everything just goes. I just have like this moment of breakdown, and it's just I can't do anything. And I realized that in that mode, nothing gets done because I come and I touch this a little bit, and then, oh no, I have to do this. So I go and do that a little bit. So it is kind of tapping and getting things progress slowly, but it is moving my attention from one thing to another. And every time you get into something, if something is worth getting into, it's worth giving it your attention while you are doing. That means coming into the now, instead of being in your head and doing something while you're in your head about all the other things, right? The pressure is stealing your life. It's not allowing you to be immersed fully in whatever it is that you are, whatever the task at hand is, right? So when you become fully immersed in something, not only does the pressure disappear because you're in the moment, you're doing something that is important, that needs to be done, and it will get done in the time that it takes for it to get done. It can't get done in less time than it takes for it to get done. And if it is worth doing, it is worth doing it right. It is worth your attention in the moment so that you can properly complete the task, and then the task is done completely, right? And where does a lot of the added pressure come in? When we have so many things to do that we're not completing any tasks. So once you take one task, you take the pressure out, you say, okay, this task needs to be done. I mean, and it even can be something like folding clothes. A lot of times we're like, oh no, I need to work, but I have all these, and things start falling off the plate of their importance. But everything that is in your timeline, every task that you need to do is the same importance, right? Sometimes things have more urgency than other things, and some things can be postponed, and other things need your attention right now. But all of the things are of equal importance if they are in your life, and they need to be fulfilled in order for your life to work, to flow smoothly. So laundry is just as important. Folding laundry and doing laundry is just as important as tasks that you are doing for income, because the tasks that you are doing for income are the tasks that allow you to that allow your life, that allow you to live life comfortably, right? So all of the things are of the same importance. All of the things that are worthy of your attention and worthy of you doing have to get your life light at some point. So the added pressure around them is, you could either do the same tasks full of pressure, and you're doing one thing and your mind is somewhere else, and then you make mistakes, or or it's just, who needs the pressure? You can remove the pressure from the equation, and you still get the same amount of tasks done. You still have the same amount of tasks on your plate, only now you can clearly see them because you don't have that added pressure. And pressure is your own addition to it. It's your perception that this has to be done. And typically it's around your time. It's a lot of pressure is relevant to time. Oh, I have a certain amount of time that I have to get this done. Even if it's relevant to money, it's a certain amount of time that I need to get this done so that I can make the money for the time that, so it's, time and pressure are kind of intertwined in a way. And you can find pressure in other things, health pressure, and you can find, but typically it is on even the health pressure, or even providence pressure, or typically it is on a timeline. Typically it is something that, or many times, it doesn't only have to be, but a lot of times it has to do with time. And time is a perception. Time is part of the illusion. So when you enter into that perpetual now, let's say if you're doing something, you remove the pressure. You just say, I refuse to feel pressure in this. This task needs to be done. I need to do it. So if I'm doing it, I might as well enjoy myself while I'm doing it. I will finish the task, complete the task. The task will be done in the time that it takes to do, right? It doesn't mean to shirk my responsibilities. There are things that need to get your attention, but they will take the time that they take to do. And the added pressure isn't an added value. Pressure is there to move you, but you don't have to perpetuate the pressure. You can start, pressure will come up and you start feeling pressure, and it's there to remind you, or it's there as a kind of like, like our emotions will guide us. It's there kind of as a guidance. Okay, this needs to be done. But, when tigers and bears are removed from the equation, then you understand that all of the pressure is perceived within your mind. It is not something that is actual. It is your perception, right? Because whenever I look back at my history, there were times that I was under extreme pressure. I had a big business running, and I had employees and customers and 4 different phone lines all ringing at once, and there was immense pressure. And I remember even times before my spiritual awakening, and when I was really in it, I remember at times that there were even months of intense pressure. And when I look back, right, I don't feel the pressure of that time anymore, and whatever I was doing in that time, I could have been doing without that added flavor of pressure, like being in the pressure cooker. You can still take action and do what needs to be done without the pressure. So I'm really trying to take the pressure out of the equation. I refuse to feel pressure. Okay, so I have all of these things. I feel the pressure come up, and then I just go, oh, okay. I refuse to feel, this needs to be done. It has a certain amount of urgency to it, or urgency might not be the right word, but it needs to be done in a certain amount of time or in a certain timeline, or take certain priority over other things. So right now I have a pile of laundry that needs to be folded, and that doesn't have priority right now. This has what I'm working on has priority. So this is what is going to be taking my time. And then doing this video is something that is inserted because there is value in momentum. It means while I'm feeling it, and while I am understanding it, and while it is coming up in my life practically, then I want to be able to speak it as it comes up. And even this video, I can feel that wasn't completely flowing. So removing added pressure, removing pressure from the equation, and things tend to get done so much better and so much easier. And the time that I spend doing them, I'm spending more in the now, so I'm enjoying it more rather than being in that mode. So sending you guys so much love. Thank you for watching.